Hey guys, this is Emmanuel. Just want to do a really quick video, and this is for all you who are out there that are subscribed to us. And I just want to first of all appreciate you and appreciate whether you're looking into energy healing or whether you're an emotion code practitioner, body code practitioner, or if you're just in general another type of energy healer. I just want to say I appreciate you. And I just recently had my birthday back in July 28, and I just turned 36. And something's just been coming to my mind a lot, and I just wanted to share with you guys. And I just want to make this super fast, maybe just a quick 5 minutes. Something that's been on my mind a lot, just over and over and over again. And if I can just be completely transparent with you and just tell you kind of what big shift happened this last year, is just this one thing. And there's a story about two men who are basically castaways from a boat. Both of them are there, and I think this is one of a very touching story that I keep in my mind a lot. Two people in an island, and they both say, they're both waiting for someone. They realize they're stranded. There's no food anywhere. There's no boat to go back to mainland, and they basically wait a day, wait 2 days, and they realize they both come together and they're like, we're gonna die here, huh? It's like, yeah, we're there's no hope. And then he says, well, why don't we just pray to God and let's see what happens? And so what happens is they say, well, what about this? Why don't you go on the other side of the island and I'll stay over here, and then let's just both do prayers and let's just see what happens. Let's see, if you see anything over there, or if I see anything in there, we'll just, let each other know and stuff. And so they did that, and then all of a sudden, one of them they both prayed that night, and all of a sudden one of them woke up. We'll say one is at the east and the one is at the west. The one in the east all of a sudden saw this tree there and this fruit, and he just started cutting down the fruit. He's like, I got food. I don't know, it just came out of nowhere. And so then he went over to the other side, and he noticed that he was just kind of napping over there, and there was no tree there, no fruit, no nothing. And he's like, oh, that's weird. He's like, I guess God doesn't listen to his prayers. He must be a bad guy. I don't know, just for some reason God doesn't listen to him, So he's like, so he kind of got a little bit self-righteous a little bit. So he went back there and he says, well, you know what? He's like, maybe I'll just pray again tonight. So he did. They both prayed that night. And all of a sudden he woke up and he found this machete out of nowhere, and he grabbed it and he's like, I can cut down some good wood, and there happened to be some random trees out there, and he actually made a little house. And then he went over on that side, and the other person didn't have any of that. No machete, no type of wood or any type of material to make a house. So he was just kind of cold and just had a palm tree over him, and he's just like, man, God really doesn't like him because he's just answering my prayers, And then he goes back and he's like, wait a minute, everything I've prayed for actually happened. Like, ding, ding, ding. I'm going to go pray for a woman because I'm alone. So he starts praying for a woman, and then all of a sudden, this little boat comes by, but then so I guess something happened to that boat, and then a few people left it, and then left that boat, but then all of them died except for, guess what? A woman. And the woman shows up, and then they're both stranded. They both become attracted to each other. They both date. They get married. They're all happy. And so then he looks on the other side there, and the guy's still alone. And so he says, all right, he's like, the final prayer is this: I need to get out of here. So they both prayed together, wife and husband, while the one was still alone. And they said, let's go pray for a boat. They prayed for a boat. The boat came. They heard the sounds. And they both left, and they said, well, he's kind of not being answered by God. Maybe he did something in his life where, he doesn't get his prayers answered. So they just took off without him, and they left him there. So the husband and wife took off on the boat, and there was this quiet little spirit that said, go back for him. And they're like, go back for him? Why? What did that guy do? It's like, he never answered his prayers. I mean, you always answered my prayers, And then the spirit said to him, that man over there on that side of the island prayed every single night that your prayers would be answered. So go back for him. So here's obviously the moral of the story is that there was one person that was selfless and the other person that was selfish. But it was funny that the person who was selfish became very self-righteous in thinking that God only answered him. But here's the funny thing is that they did come back for him. That's the moral of the story. They did come back for him, and he did leave that island. And I'm telling you that the person who is more content will be that person who's praying, and he will have 1,000 times more blessings. And so that's what's happened. That I used to go to church, and I used to always ask in my mind, what's in it? What's in it for me? I'm tuned into that radio station, WIIFM. What's in it for me? And there was only a certain amount of happiness temporarily that came. Then I started going to church just last year where I said, you know what? I know there's someone out there hurting. I'm gonna go there and see if maybe I can be an answer to their prayer. When I instead of at nighttime where I'm like, please take care of my finances or please take care of my home, my kids, all I pray for is like, I really wish my clients find more peace in their life. I wish all the people that I ever work with become more and I add value to them and it means something to them and it means something to their family. And then everything gets taken care of as long as you stop thinking about yourself. That's my challenge for everyone here. I wanted to make a really quick message to all my friends on Facebook. I love y'all. And that's the one big shift that's happened just a year ago. And everything in my life is starting to change big time. If I would have a list of things that I've dreamed about doing, and all of them are coming true one by one by one. I am that guy. For just a year, for most of my life, I've been the guy who was self-righteous. And now last year, I decided to become the one that for a while, maybe things don't happen for them, but I kept praying for others. But then I got saved by my boat. And then I prospered beyond measure just because sometimes you have to just give. And then even when nothing happens for you, even when friends deny you, even though family rejects you, even though opportunities will fly by you, if you just keep giving, something will pan out. And if you keep praying for the other person, not about yourself anymore, miracles will happen when you thought there was only like oases and waters and oceans will show up when you thought there'd only be deserts. And so that's my message for you guys today. Hopefully someone out there appreciates this, but it is the beginning verse of St. Francis, which is, make me an instrument of thy peace. Not give me peace. It says, make me an instrument of thy peace. So that's what 2017 is all about. So again, hopefully you enjoyed this message. If you have a YouTube channel, we have codingalternativevideos.com. I mainly focus on energy healing and things like that, but sometimes I might share messages like this for those of you who might appreciate just one gold nugget, something that might take you to the next level this year. And so as I always end my videos, I always say this, that the world has a false notion where if I take care of you, you take care of me. But we all know that if we take care of ourselves, then we can authentically take care of others. And as we take care of ourselves, we can change our home, our city, our country, and we can eventually change the world. So again, this is Emmanuel Zavaios, your motion code practitioner. Have a great night. Just hopefully you appreciate that message. Take care. Bye-bye.